Welcome guys. I was talking to my cousin the other day and he told me a very interesting story. He used to be a car salesman for a dealership company, and he said that whenever he would ask his customers what they were willing to pay per month, they would always give him the high end. So he would take advantage of that because that's how he was trained. So he would bump up the interest rate on the loan and maybe add on some stuff for the car because that's how he would make his bread and butter. So I don't want that to happen to you. And I'm gonna give you a few tips on how to avoid that. So let's get to it. But before I get started, I wanna tell you my stories. The first time I bought my car off a dealership, I ended up getting a high interest rate, stuff added on to the price, and the guy was rude. I mean, it was just a bad experience overall. I was young and I really wanted that truck. I was not thinking, and they took advantage of me. But the second time around, I was not gonna let that happen to me. I went to 3 dealerships and within 5 minutes, I was out of there. They didn't have the car I wanted and they gave me the whole mumbo jumbo and I was out. I didn't wanna waste their time and I didn't want them to waste my time. So finally, I found a dealer that had my car, exact style, exact brand, exact color, everything. And when it came down to figure out a price, they started off with $575 per month. I told them, nope, I want $400. And the sales guy looked at me like if I was crazy. I think he even told me that that's gonna be impossible. But little did he know that I had done my homework and it was gonna be possible or I was walking out. After going back and forth, they dropped it down from 575 to 550, 525, the whole shebang. I think we were at 430 and the sales guy told me that the finance guy wanted to talk to me. So I went into his office. He ended up showing me all his possible rates for all his lenders. And I went through them. I went through every single one because I was gonna get the best price. And I think we got it down to 420 with the best possible rate, which was 3%. And he said, I can't go anymore. And I said, yes, you can. You can drop the price of the car. He goes, I can't do that. I said, of course you can. And he didn't want to budge. And I told him, okay, I'll see you later. I'm out of here. And then he stopped me and he said, okay. So we ended up meeting at 405. Does the $5 piss me off? Yes, they do. But I think I got a little bit too excited when he brought it down to that price. And I was able to do this because I had done my research. So I'm gonna show you guys what to do so you can do the same thing like me and get the price you want. So let's get started with the first one. Number 1, online prices. So go online and look for that car that you really want. But what you're really looking for is that price. You wanna get a median price of all these websites. And at the end, go into Kelley's Blue Book value and it'll tell you if you're kind of within the range. And I'll put that link down below so you can check that out. And then we're gonna go on to the next step. Number 2, car loan calculator. So Google car loan calculator. It should pop up right away, but if not, I'll put a link down below so you can check that out. And the first thing you're gonna put is the loan amount, which if you're putting 0% down, it's gonna be the whole purchase price. Then you're gonna put the term, which is in months. So if it's a 5-year loan, you're gonna put 60 months. If it's a 6-year loan, it's gonna be 72 months. Then you're gonna put the interest rate. Now this is where it's kind of tricky, but I'm gonna say no more than 5% is what you should be paying for. I don't know depending on your credit, but I would say that would be the max. I was using, I think 2.5 or 2%, but I ended up getting a 3% loan. And just play around with the numbers and see what works best for you. And why is this important? Because you need to know that number. You need to know exactly what they're offering you up front. When they were offering me the $575, they were giving me a 20% rate. Think about that, 20% rate. And I brought it down to a 3% rate. That is a huge difference. I did the math and that's $12,240 that I would have paid extra if I would have not said anything. And now let's go to step 3. Number 3, insurance quote. Now most people probably think you need to get this after you buy the car, but that's wrong. you need to get this before you get the car. And you just want to get a rough estimate so you can add that amount to what your estimate for the loan payment's gonna be and see if that fits within your budget. You don't want to get the car and then you get the insurance to find out that it's a super high insurance because it's a sports car, it's a two-door. I don't know, they have all weird kinds of stuff on the insurance business. You don't want to be stuck in that situation. You want to be ready for anything so that you know for sure you can afford this car. So now that you know that average price of that car, you know what your monthly payment should be, plus you even have your insurance quote. Now you have the whole package, so you're ready to go into that dealership because you did your homework. And when they give you that high price, you tell them no and tell them this is what I want because this is a fair price for what I'm getting. And don't give in. Stick to your guns and you'll see what happens. I can almost guarantee you that they'll get really close to it or even get to that price. So stick to your guns and don't give up. And I actually learned that from my aunt. Hi, Tia Emma. She was buying a car and the finance guy told her, how about 1 penny more? And she said no. She stuck to her guns since the beginning and she ended up getting that price. The guy literally told her, how about 1 penny more? She said no. And she got what she wanted. So you gotta be strong. Well guys, I hope you guys found the video informative and please do the items I mentioned in the video if you're planning to buy a car. They will help you out. And if you have any crazy car buying stories, please, I want to hear about it. Or if you have any other tricks, also put them down in the comments down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the comments. Ciao.